Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here on Critic Insider. And today's video is we'll be talking my spoiler-free review for No Time to Die. Yes, that's right, you guys. Newest James Bond movie, last movie of the Daniel Craig saga. So yeah, so anyway, let's dive into the video. First, I'll talk about the things I liked about this movie. Now, like in most Bond films, the action set pieces were great. Yes, that's right, you guys. Fantastic action in this movie. Had a great opening scene as well. I'm not going to get into any spoilers or stuff like that, but that opening scene was really well done, I thought. They also shot this movie at some very beautiful places, and I do feel like that's what makes a Bond movie good. And I saw this in RPX, which is sort of Regal's IMAX premium format sort of thing, and it was the best way to experience this film possible, I thought. So yeah, also it's really combined action and story perfectly. Like, it was a great send-off to Daniel Craig's Bond, had a lot of emotion. Like in game, they really made it the finale of this era, like just like in game, which I like that about both films. There are also some references to the other Daniel Craig films. They talked about all the other ones a lot. They got mentioned a lot, and so I would highly recommend checking out the other Craig films before watching this one. I heard a couple of you say they didn't like that it referenced the other films. I personally was totally fine with that. They didn't do it a lot. They just pointed it out some. And it's good to feel like it's like a whole franchise at some point. But they didn't like make it about the other films. It was also James Bond going on a whole new mission. And yeah, so I just skeptical about this film's runtime, but it matched perfectly. I mean, there's some really good backstory in this film. We may talk about that more in the spoiler review, which may be coming tomorrow, but overall, when they weren't doing action, it was all good backstory, no wasting time. There was romance in this film, and the good thing is they didn't rely on the romance. They relied on James Bond and what he was supposed to do, and that was a good thing. So yeah, so overall, this is a perfect send-off for Craig, I thought. It truly was. I did think. Also, there are some interesting twists and turns in this movie, and it was a fun time overall. And this movie had a lot of good things about the Bond film, about what Bond film should have. Yes, that's right, you guys. Great action, beautiful scenery, and that's what mostly makes a Bond film enjoyable. And that's what this film truly did, I thought. And they really mixed all of it in at once, too. I mean, they mixed Bond's mission with talking about the other films some. Didn't feel like it was I personally found the pacing with the runtime and stuff perfect, and yeah, so anyway, so overall, if you liked other films, I think you get enjoyment out of this movie. So those were also Arma de Armas' character was great in this movie as well. I mean, it was very interesting having her in this movie, and some of the female characters I do feel like could play a bigger role in other films, so that's cool. So yeah, so let's get into the things I disliked about this movie. Now, there were a surprising amount of low negatives in this film. The only really thing I have to say is Rami Malek's character wasn't in the movie enough. That they talked about his character a lot, but they didn't really. I mean, he was mentioned a lot, he was featured a lot, but his story was great, but he truly wasn't the best Bond villain, I thought. So yeah, also I feel like this movie was mostly about James Bond, which is kind of a mixed aspect of this film, because there are some other characters in this film that had some amazing potential. But like I said, Bond movies typically rely on James Bond, and part of the good thing, man, like I said, I saw some good potential in some of these newer characters, but however, I feel like they more relied on the outing of Daniel Craig, which probably did have a satisfying conclusion. I still feel like you could have given those side characters a little more love. So yeah, so overall, this is a great film. Perfect send-out to Bond, and overall, perfect send-off to Daniel Craig's Bond, and overall, I would give this film an A- rating, and this is definitely one to see on the biggest screen you can find, like all Bond films. I found this to be better than Spectre, not as good at, I mean, Casino Royale is the best Bond film I've seen easily, and it is probably on par with Skyfall. So yeah, so anyway, let me know what, if you saw this movie, let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, spoiler review possibly coming tomorrow when I dive in to all those big moments. So yeah, so anyway, thanks for watching.